Capricorn, I missed you. I hope you're all having the best day. Literally, as I was just getting into your energy, because I was like, what sign do I do next? And I was like, thinking about it, I had my eyes closed. I was like, okay, Leo, Capricorn, Aries, and Capricorn came through. And I was like, okay, Capricorn. Then tell me why, you know that song, well, maybe you don't, but the song by The Weeknd, Out of Time, came to mind. It's like, say, I love you, girl, but you're out of time. No, I'm out of time. Or like something about being out of time. I was like, do you feel like you're out of time, Capricorn? You feel like you've run out of time? Or someone maybe is connected to you, they feel like they're running out of time. Out of Time by The Weeknd. I don't know why the fuck that came into my head. I will not do karaoke right now. I'm gonna need a new few drinks for that to do karaoke, but I'm not gonna sing you the fucking song. But some of you feel like you're running out of time. But I'm here to tell you, you got all the time in the world, babe. So let's see what wants to come through for you. Besides that, little channeled song. Let's see what the vibes are looking like. Starting off with the moth. Kind of fitting a little bit. Let's see what's going on for Capricorn. Messages for Capricorn. Firefly, black egg. What's underneath the black egg? The frog. Oh, why is this fit? Now that totally is, I'm hearing that song in my head. It's I'm out of time. I didn't really like that song, to be honest. I don't know. I wasn't really feeling that song when it came out a couple years ago. Like, I literally don't know why the fuck that came through, but starting off with the moth, you could be looking at a situation, glass half empty, maybe focusing on what was lost rather than what was gained. But just telling me that you're coming out of a darker period. This is a time of realizing your part to play. Or it feels with the next set of cards, frog, black egg, firefly, there's these like light bulb moments that kind of come up out of nowhere, and it puts you in the feelings. Frog, you're in the feelings because the truth hurts. Shit, Capricorn, what is up? Sending you big love, big hugs. I think Libra also had the frog come out in the reading a couple days ago. Yeah, someone's in the feels. You could be in the feels. You may feel like you ran out of time. But yet there's with the bee, there's still a strong energy where you haven't given up or you haven't lost hope, or you're trying to also stay busy. You have a lot on your plate. I see like you have a lot of things to take care of, get done. I don't know why all of a sudden I feel like I can't speak in your reading. What's up with that? Because black egg is the throat chakra. It is communication. It is the need to speak your truth, but maybe you feel like it's too late. It's too late to apologize. Where's the drinks? I'm not doing karaoke. I said I wasn't doing karaoke, Capricorn. You got me singing. But yeah. So you're in this deep contemplation and you're feeling a lot of emotions, definitely trying to analyze, put some things together, put the pieces together, put information together. You're getting close to the truth, or you're getting close to something that will motivate you and get you moving or get you going. Because you could be feeling a little stuck, a little stagnant, a little difficult moving forward. Those at the bottom, the dragon, the shark, and also the zebra. There is a truth you're going to be discovering or realizing or coming to terms with that's going to set you free. Zebra is all about freedom, expansion, adventure. Shark can bring up some uncomfortable feelings that we've been suppressing, or a situation that's been repetitive. We've been here before. This is familiar territory. This isn't the first time you found yourself in this position or experiencing these thoughts, these emotions, this is a bit of a deja vu, a little flashback. But this is awakening you. This is making you like upgrade, evolve. Like it's necessary. You got to go through this for where you're headed, where you're going, what you want for yourself, for your life, for your future. It's important that you go through this. It's teaching you something important and valuable that will be part of just part of the foundation that will bring in more stability or security or success in whatever this is. Okay. But yeah, moth. You might also be noticing that people around you could be more negative, or you're feeling just sensitive to the energies. Maybe you're also feeling like a lot of people are coming to you for help or support or positivity, optimism. Like people are coming to you because your light is very bright. But then in a way, it's kind of dimming you, or it's draining, or it's exhausting, because with the firefly, you are this beacon of hope, or you are showing a lot of signs of prosperity and abundance and success, and maybe you speak a lot of healing into others. With the black egg, you may be somebody with a public, why am I hearing public domain? Public, well, now I'm hearing public transport. Bitch, what the fuck? Public announcement. Oh my god. What's the fucking word? Public platform. I don't know. You guys have me tongue-tied in this reading. You got me tongue-tied. You have me trouble in my words. I can't speak it for you. That could be how you're feeling lately. You might have to share some sort of news. And maybe you're trying to figure out, well, how can I share this news and make it positive? How can I put a positive spin? Because I don't want to upset this person. I don't want to hurt their feelings. Or I know they're normally when I talk to this person or these individuals, they see me in a positive way. I always make them feel better. But what I'm about to tell them or what I'm about to express, because it's the truth, I can't lie. I'm not going to bullshit. I'm not going to lie. But it might be upsetting. So how can I reduce the sting with the bee, right? Bees, they sting. That's their last resort, though. It's a form of protection. It's when it's literally, I'm hearing fight or flight, but it's also like life or death. And you're just trying to see, like, how can I avoid getting stung / how can I avoid stinging another person, hurting another? I don't want to hurt them / you may not want to be hurt. If there's something that you want truth or clarity on, but you're like scared of getting hurt, of like, well, if they tell me the truth, it might hurt my feelings. So maybe I don't ask. Maybe I shouldn't ask. But then it's like eating away or you're like bottling it up. But then it keeps showing up in your physical reality. You're getting like little signs, reminders, synchronicities, like dreams even, right? Firefly shows up in our physical reality in many different ways, and they're little short blurps where we might forget about it, and it comes back up later on in the day. And we constantly are getting this reminder, no matter how much we try to ignore it or distract or redirect our energy or focus on something else, it's going to keep showing up in different ways, in different forms. So, fucking what the heck is this reading? I've been gone for how long? This is what's coming through. All right. I miss you guys, though. I hope you're having an amazing day. Despite all that stuff that you're going through, I hope you're doing well. Happy holidays. Happy Thanksgiving for those in the States. I'm in Canada. We already had our Thanksgiving last month, but I'm so grateful for you. Eternally grateful for each and every one of you. All right, Capricorn. What is going on for Capricorn? High Priestess. What is going on for Capricorn? King of Swords. Knight of Wands. Page of Pentacles. Card explosion. Temperance sideways. This fell out underneath the Page of Pentacles, and it's the Two of Pentacles and Strength. Let's see what else we got for Capricorn. One last little card or stack. The Sun. Okay. And then at the bottom, Eight of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, Emperor, Hermit, even the Lovers. Let's go with these cards. Okay, we have a lot on the table that we'll be breaking on down. So let's just put this to the side. What am I seeing immediately? You're in this deep analyze, deep contemplative, searching for some sort of clarity or truth, or you're observing something from a distance or from afar. It feels, this King of Swords feels like a level of detachment, or if I create a little bit of space or a lot of bit of space, I won't get hurt. There's something though that's like continuously nudging at you to double check something or to dive a little bit deeper, search a little bit more. There's something that is pushing you forwards, or it's like making you take some sort of action that you need to follow through with some sort of action that you've thought about doing, but maybe you were making reasons why you shouldn't, or you're trying to justify, be logical here, or like be based off facts. You're trying to facts, not fiction. You know, the thing is with this Knight of Wands, the actions you're going to be taking come from a place that's like stern, serious, planned. Like the motivation that you have stems from some sort of intuitive nudge. You've had this intuition or this sense for a while, and it's just gotten stronger and stronger and stronger. Again, you could have distracted yourself. You could have been busy. You could have had so much on your plate, but it just kept showing up. You kept having dreams. You kept having these feels being brought up. You kept being reminded of a situation, because this truth, it just keeps echoing, right? The black egg is this truth. It just keeps on echoing no matter what. You can't shut it out. You can shut it out temporarily. It's like hitting the snooze button on your alarm, but it's going to keep on ringing. Keep hitting snooze. It's just going to keep on ringing. Even if it's a couple minutes from now, it's going to keep on ringing. So whatever that rings true to you, you need to listen to that. So then we had the Page of Pentacles coming out next. There's some sort of progress being made. There's development. It is little development. Out of all development that we could see here, it's subtle, but it's something. And I see you grab hold of it, or with strength, it gives you some sort of level of hope or optimism or trust that this is the right path, or to keep going, or to not give up. This is definitely testing your patience though, especially if we're talking about money. Maybe this is about you finding a new job or some sort of new employment or increase in pay, and you're holding out. Strength in the Page of Pentacles, definitely holding out for something that is going to be worthwhile. It's like seeing something attractive coming towards you. But then I'm also seeing you're kind of on the fence. Two of Pentacles, this came up together underneath the Page of Pentacles. You're kind of on the fence, or you're weighing out options, which is probably wise, because you're trying to see like, well, what's going to be best for me? What's the best approach? Or what, you know, going back to certain actions that you'll be taking, which we're going to clarify, because what the heck are you going to do? I don't even know what the fuck we're talking about. You know what we're talking about. I don't. I'm just like going in blindly here, but you're going back and forth like, okay, should I do it this way? Should I do it that way? What's going to lessen the sting, or like, so I can avoid being stung? Okay. So you're weighing out options, weighing out possibilities. Then we had Temperance fall out sideways. So you're almost, I feel like you're almost there. You're almost, but just a little bit more of an adjustment. Just a little bit. You're almost there though. And I feel like this is relevant. We're in Sagittarius season. The sun in Sagittarius. Currently the sun is in Sagittarius. So I'm seeing like things are going to be straightening out this Saggy season. If you're listening to this reading while we're in Saggy season, you might come across this reading months from now, years from now. But there is something that's a little out of alignment. Just a little bit. Nothing too crazy. You could be getting impatient. You could be rushing or pushing, or this is the time to not force shit, okay? Truly not the time to force. Sometimes you're going to be forced to slow down or ease up. You can't speed up divine timing, and Temperance is definitely a card where divine orchestration, co-creation with the divine, like, is a huge factor, and some things are out of our control, and we have to just embrace where we're at, and we can't speed up certain things. There's a lesson in this, and the sooner you learn that lesson, the sooner it speeds up. There's no resistance, right? So with the sun on top of Temperance, this feels like a lot of hope. This feels like a lot of optimism, and I'm hearing appreciation. So appreciation for where you're at, where you're going, what you've come from, on what you went through. There's a deeper, greater appreciation that you have reached this level of acceptance and surrender and faith. The sun brings in a lot more play and a lot more fun. And honestly, even in the sun, in this card, doesn't this little circle kind of reminds me of Wheel of Fortune. I don't know why today it makes me think of that, because I've had this deck for couple years. I've had it for a couple of years, used it many times, and I've never ever looked at this like Wheel of Fortune. But like for me right now, I'm kind of thinking about Wheel of Fortune. We have quite a few planets going direct in the near future. So you may, if wherever you've been experiencing some sort of delay or stagnancy, or you feel like maybe you've gone backwards, yeah, definitely you can expect to see some forward momentum, forward movement in the near future. Definitely in December if you're listening to this reading in the near future. So Spirit wants you to keep doing what you're doing. Maybe make a few adjustments, maybe some time, maybe just keep at it. We'll have to clarify and see like if you need to make adjustments or what. We'll see. We'll see. But 8 of Pentacles is a card which is like, hey, you just gotta lock in. Be consistent, dedicate yourself, because it is leading you somewhere. Knight of Swords, and it's actually going to be picking up. Something is picking up, or something is coming up out of the blue. I'm also seeing like here you are, you're busy, you're working, you're doing what needs to be done, and then there's something that comes up out of the blue that kind of shakes you or surprises you, comes out of nowhere. Knight of Swords with the Emperor. This is like someone with a plan, or someone with a main goal, or a big hopes and dreams. I feel like there's that fucking hair. Let me just move it. It's tickling my face. Someone with a plan to bridge the gap. Because as we can see in this Knight of Swords, it's a cliff. But then in the Emperor, he has this bridge. So it's like there's something you're working on bridging the gap between you and your goal, you and this destination, you and this desire. You're working towards bridging this gap. Didn't you guys have the bridge a couple weeks ago when I was using the archetype card, or was that a different sign? I don't know. I don't even know how the fuck I'd even remember that. Maybe it wasn't you. It could have been somebody else. Hermit and then the Lovers. Again, more of this deep, introspective, reflective, deep soul searching for the truth, even if the truth hurts, or even if it's uncomfortable or overwhelming. It's like you're taking it in little doses. Do-si-do. But the thing is, the Hermit, he's shining a light on the Lovers. So this could actually be about you reflecting on a particular relationship or person who had a massive impact on your life. And the reason why you're still thinking about this, because there's still either more to unfold, the story isn't over, or there's still more lessons that you can take from this experience. There's still more learning and growing and development that you can gain from this connection, whether they're in your life or not, whether they ever are in your life in the future or not. There's still more that you can take from this. There's still more that you can build off of this or grow from this. So keep at it. Keep at it. Oh my goodness. This is a strange vibe. Not bad, just a little strange. Well, where are we at? 18 minutes. Let's see. High Priestess here. It's like you could be trying to prepare yourself here, especially the King of Swords to this Knight of Wands. You see the volcano is erupting in the background. You could be like sensing like it's only a matter of time before this situation explodes, or before something comes out of this. And you know, lava rock creates so much fertile ground, right? So like new life, new creation, newness. So you can sense, even, you know, because again, lava destroys, it completely melts away what once was, but then it creates new. So there's something, it's like there's something being destroyed, or you may feel like it's slipping away, or right now with the moth, you might be looking at it more like glass half empty, like we were saying at the beginning. But I think your attitude or your perspective on this is going to greatly change. You're going to actually look at this a whole lot differently and be thankful or grateful. I feel, again, I'm repeating myself, so. High Priestess. Five of Wands. There's a lot of outside noise. Ten of Swords. This fell out underneath the Knight of Swords and the Emperor. But anyways, this is clarifying the High Priestess. Ten of Swords sideways, so makes the things a little interesting. Because it's like, is it over? Is it not? Eight of Cups. That Prince of Swords, Ace of Swords, Queen of Swords at the bottom. A lot of air energy. We're dealing with air sign. But so I'm seeing like you're struggling with something. I was going to call you Gemini. I just read for Gemini. You could be struggling with something right now, Capricorn. I see you kind of going back and forth. Now, this is clarifying the High Priestess. So you're at odds. Others can't tell. You're keeping this very secretive, or people don't know you're going through this inner battle at all. You're masking it or covering it, hiding it very well. People don't have a fucking clue what you're going through. The inner distress. It's a lot. And so here's your intuition. Your intuition is screaming something at you, but you're having doubts about it. There's a lot of back and forth. Do I believe it? Do I not? Is this real? Am I just making this up? Is this all in my head? Then maybe there's the peanut gallery that's telling you one thing, or, you know, it just, I see your flip-flopping a bit. You're wavering a little bit. You're having a hard time seeing or trusting what your gut is telling you. Then we have the Ten of Swords and it's sideways, which tells me like there's something that's over. There's something that's done. There's something that's completed. And this could have been really messy. This could have been nasty ending. This could have been deep betrayals, backstabbing, lies, deceit. Maybe it wasn't. But then with it also being, you know, because it's sideways. So then reversed with the High Priestess, there could be some loose ends that need to be tidied up, or you're anticipating that there's more to come, or that the story's not quite over, or that there's more to this ending than what you have been led to believe. But then, then we have the Eight of Cups, which tells me High Priestess and the Eight of Cups, like deep down in your soul, you know it's time to move on, or you know it's time to walk away, or you know it's time to change paths, steer to a different direction, you know? So you're having a hard time letting something go because you want to get to the truth, or you want to get to the bottom, or you want to know why, you want to dig deeper. But then there's another part of you that's like, but if I dig deeper, I could get hurt, or it might be disappointing, it might lead nowhere, it might be a waste of energy, or maybe this is a distraction. Like I see, yeah, that clearly 5 of Wands. You kind of going back and forth, back and forth. King of Swords. So that's where your logic kicks in. It's like, okay, let's look at this from a more logical viewpoint. Because this back and forth, this isn't working, and I'm not getting anywhere. It's not benefiting me in any way. It's just creating a lot of mental clutter. King of Swords for Capricorn. 4 of Wands. We have the Chariot and the 8 of Pentacles. So this could be showing the desire to work on some sort of relationship or partnership, or wanting to, let's see, King of Swords with this. This is like making the effort, putting in the effort, showing up consistently, proving to yourself or to another. 4 of Wands is a card of commitment, and I'm just even hearing marriage. Like if we had Justice over here or Hierophant, I would be like, yeah, but like that's just something I had to pass on. I wouldn't normally, 4 of Wands can be partnership, but things could be moving quickly as well. Or there's like this desire to, like, again, speed up the process. And we were seeing earlier, Temperance sideways, you could be getting a little impatient, or like divine timing is a huge factor, and it's like something you can't speed up, or because if you speed it up, you're not going to get the desired results, or it's just too rushed. The things that start quick have the tendency to end just as quickly too. But there's some sort of relationship here. You take it very serious. There maybe is distance involved here with the Chariot. There could be something coming up about travel. All right, someone could be driving, you may be driving to see somebody, vice versa. But I feel like the King of Swords with this energy is someone who has a solid plan to make things work and that it will succeed. Especially the Chariot. Chariot's the energy of overcoming obstacles or challenges and being successful in whatever it is that they do, whatever you set your mind to. So even though we're clarifying the King of Swords, I also think it's interesting how the Queen of Cups is at the bottom, because it's like not that you're completely emotional or emotionless. You know, I don't really see you super. I mean, earlier with the animal cards, you could have been emotional about this or a bit heavy. Heavy is probably more of the feeling. It's not like you're sobbing, crying, and like a complete wreck, but we don't have Three of Swords out here for that. So, but definitely a heaviness, or like a weight in your heart center. But you're not numb, is what I'm saying here. King of Swords to a Queen of Cups, that combination is like, you're not numb. You feel very deeply, but you're also now kind of having discipline. Oh, sorry, I got like a hair. You're having discipline, because before with the High Priestess and like whatever you've been going back and forth about, and that just that approach, it wasn't really getting you anywhere. It just kind of kept you stuck in this limbo. Okay, so Knight of Wands. Let's see what actions you're taking in the near future. Knight of Wands. Oh, remember when I said marriage? Are you proposing? I'm just kidding. It depends on the context, right? But Knight of Wands and the Hierophant tells me that like you're dedicated to see this plan through. Whatever that plan was with the Eight of Pentacles, the Chariot, the Four of Wands, whatever it is that you're like planning, dedicating, you're really locking in. Look for a sword at the bottom. That's the energy of really trust and also healing and surrender. Let me just see more about this Knight of Wands. We have the Three of Wands. Yeah, a lot of plans. Lots of, what are you planning? Page of Swords. Strength. Seven of Wands. King of Swords. You really are just not, you are not budging. You are not giving up. So that, you know, at the beginning of the reading, when I was like, why am I thinking about that song by The Weeknd, Out of Time? You may have thought you had no more time left. You are out of time. But honestly, you do have time. You do. You can make the time. Don't be making excuses. You got the time for this. So what you're anticipating in the near future could be breakthrough in terms of expressing yourself or expressing your intentions or these plans for the future. I do feel here with the Page of Swords, your plans could change. Page of Swords with the Three of Wands, plans might change, but there's still an energy where even if there's detours, the energy at the bottom, the King of Swords, Seven of Wands, Strength, it's like, it's even if there are detours, it might overwhelm you. It might make you feel like you're losing control or like everything's not going to plan. But I promise it's going to work out a lot better than you can even imagine. And it's still going to work itself out probably better than whatever you had planned. But Hierophant, the Three of Wands, stick it out, see how things play out, and make adjustments accordingly. Three of Wands and the Page of Swords, you might have more information that comes in, and whatever this information or clarity or truth or communication, you might make some adjustments necessary. Remember we had the Page of Pentacles, and then these cards came out underneath. It was the Page of Pentacles, Two of Wands, Strength. It's like, okay, so it's either this or that. Like, what's gonna be the best approach? And we were even saying like, what's gonna get me stung the least amount or completely avoid stinging at all costs. So let me see here. This is the weirdest reading. I don't know. Page of Pentacles. Let's see what this is. Like, what's the best way to go about this? What's the most attractive way you could make this offer? Or if you're being offered something, you're choosing the one that's most attractive. Page of Pentacles. We have the Emperor, King of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles. All those cards kept falling on the Hierophant, which tells me that it's like, this seems pretty serious. This seems like something that would be part of your life for a long time. If you go forwards, this could be something that is in your life for years to come. And this opportunity that's being presented here, whether you're the one that's going for it and initiating this or creating this, or if it's being presented to you, I see you're in deep contemplation, but what this is offering is something that's real and tangible and like long term. Okay, Eight of Wands is also at the bottom, King of Swords again, and the Hangman. This is going to be a different approach. This looks like it's a little bit different than what you had in mind, or a little bit different than what you had envisioned. It's, you know, it might require a change in perspective, and you might be a little bit on the defense, or again, protecting yourself in a way. Let's see what the Strength and Two of Pentacles was. High Priestess when I split the deck. It's like, this goes back to that High Priestess from the beginning. And I was like looking as if you're on the fence about something or going back and forth. Like, is this done? Is it not? Do I move away? Do I let this go or not? Let me see. Strength and Two of Pentacles. Prince of Wands, double confirmation. And then the Tower in the reverse. So here's the thing. This is the hang up. And we have the Sun at the bottom, double confirmation. Again, we'll pull a couple more, but this feels with the Tower reverse and then the Prince of Wands. First of all, this feels like, how would I put it into words? Like denial. There's a bit of a denial, like, no, this isn't over. This isn't finished. Or like, this can't be. Like, I won't, I refuse. That's this energy that's coming through this page, or not page, this Prince of Wands. He's very persistent. The thing is, though, the approach needs to change. And from the Tower reverse tells me this hasn't changed, or it's like the same approach. You're going to get the same outcome. Most likely. I mean, I could be wrong. We have the Sun at the bottom. Two of Cups. Two of Wands. Oh my god, this heavy crossroad. And then Five of Pentacles. Yes, fuck. See. And the card, okay, you know, fuck the card. Nothing's set in stone. You have your free will. You live your life. You live your life to the fullest. But, yo, you might think, no, I can just, if I just try again, the same approach, this time is gonna work. I'm convinced if I just, this is what I want. This is what's gonna make me happy. Right? Two of Wands, Two of Cups. You know, I made up my mind about this situation, about this relationship perhaps, and it's gonna work out because that's what I want, because I said so. So then why is the Five of Pentacles kind of like after that, where it's like, okay, not really much is going on here. It's not really looking successful right now. Oh my god. And that maybe is the way you get stung. Shit. Okay, hold on. Let me try one more. Let's try again. Let's try again. Look, and then we have the Sun with the Six of Cups, which is like history repeats itself. You can't make this shit up. Okay, let's try again. So that's one option. That's one way this could go down. It's just like history repeats itself. Same old shit, same old outcome. Well, fuck, right? Your Mercury retrograde lesson. Let's try again. Not the Tower. Strength and the Two of Pentacles. What's the other option? Ooh, the Star. Okay. Seems a little more promising. Seems a little bit more hopeful. Let's see. What's the other option for Capricorn? This fell out on the Hierophant and the Seven of Pentacles. Queen of Swords. High Priestess. Hermit. King of Swords again. All this confirmation. All this doubles. So if you want this dream, you have this desire. I feel like I'm getting a cramp in the fucking side of my neck. I hate that. Sorry, I just gotta like... Something's up. All right. If you want this dream, you have this desire, you're so determined to bridge whatever this gap is between you and this thing, you and this place, you and this person, you and this job, you and this wish, okay? You can have it. You can achieve it. Queen of Swords. We need to look at this through a lens that is truthful. No sugarcoating. No make-believe. Let's be real here. Let's be honest. Let's be authentic. Let's hold ourselves accountable. And Queen of Swords represents discipline. It represents truth. I feel like I'm repeating myself. And doing things that's fair, that's just, that's balanced, and, you know, just like in alignment with your true character. There may be struggle when it comes to vulnerability, right? The star, vulnerable, naked, titties all out. Queen of Swords, she's guarded. She's very hard to access the emotional depth. It's something that is very secretive, very hidden, very much on the down low. The High Priestess from earlier, remember how earlier it's like, yeah, so you're at odds with something, but you're masking it, you're hiding it very well, right? Here we have it again. So if you, whatever this is, it's like you kind of have to put yourself in a state of vulnerability where possibly you could get stung. It could, you know, and that's the risk that this requires. But I'm hearing the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward. So you might have to risk it for a biscuit. High Priestess, Hermit, and the King of Swords. You're gonna think about it. You're gonna think about it. You're like, all right, I'll go inwards. I'll think about it. I'll reflect on it some more. But then you're like, I gotta protect myself. King of Swords, Four of Swords. I ain't doing shit. I'm just gonna think about it. I'm not gonna do nothing. I'm gonna think about it. Four of Swords and then an Alchemist. I'm gonna think about it, and then maybe I'll come up with a different approach. Page of Cups underneath that. Maybe then I'll express myself. Maybe then I'll be vulnerable. Maybe then I'll tell them how I really feel. So this does feel here. Temperance, sideways with the sun. You're going to have a happy outcome in this situation. No doubt about it. Happy outcome here. There's just some things that you're resisting or you're pushing away or you're getting impatient with, or it's like you want it now. You want it now, but it's almost a point where it's like, yo, you got to chill a bit. You got to chill because that demand, that push, that force is kind of creating this resistance. It's also coming from a place of lack, right? You're like, but I want it now. You're kind of saying to the universe that you don't have it. And so that's kind of creating that wedge that's kind of driving the distance between you and that desire a little bit. Let's see. I'm like, Eight of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, the Emperor. Let's see, because there's like a switch up. There's a switch up with the energy here. Eight of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, the Emperor. Do I want to stay? Yeah, we'll stay with the step. Why not? Okay, so because it feels like there's a switching gears, or it says keep working at it. You're not quite there, but keep working at it. You're on to something. You're on the right track. You're on a trail. Follow the scent. Like, keep at it. The tides will turn for you. The winds are going to change directions. There's like the need of self-mastery here. You're like perfecting something. Okay, so Eight of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, the Emperor. What's the big old switch up? This fell out on the Tower reverse with the Queen of Swords. Y'all seen that? We had the moon. We have the full moon in Gemini coming up. Just a heads up. Eight of Pentacles. Oh, Three of Cups. This fell out on the Hierophant. Ooh. Eyebrow raise. Let's get one more. Emperor, Knight of Swords, Eight of Pentacles. Seven of Swords reverse. Something's being revealed. The big old fat reveal of whatever that occurred in the past that you weren't aware of, or that others weren't aware of what you were doing or going through, what you were feeling. Things are being brought up to the surface. There's going to be, this is the big old switch up. So by you, because remember, you had High Priestess twice, and in that Queen of Swords, you're like, I'm not saying shit. I'm holding back. I ain't revealing nothing. Nada. I ain't letting them know. But the thing is, if you don't tell them, they'll never know. So I'm sensing a big fat reveal in the near future. So when you're ready to rip the Band-Aid off, just do it. It's going to be great. I think it's going to be great. The Moon and Three of Cups. You can't see it right now. It's hard to see it. You're like, I don't know. Where is this going to lead me? How is it going to unfold? Better than you can imagine. I'll tell you that. Three of Cups. On the other side of this, my goodness, relief, happiness, celebration, excitement, connection. That's good, right? So reveal your feelings, or feelings will be revealed to you in the near future. Four of Swords is at the bottom. Six of Wands reversed, Hangman. I mean, like, this is a reflection of what failed or what didn't work out in the past. Thank you. Good job, Capricorn. I'm saying thank you because it's like, you know how your approach earlier was like, okay, I don't care. I'm just going to try again. I'm going to do it however I did it last time. Let me just try again. I'm convinced that it doesn't matter. I'm just going to do it the same old way. It's going to work. No, probably should try a different way. And I'm so glad that like you guys are doing that because it's showing you've been doing a lot of thinking, you've been doing a lot of healing, you've been doing some reflection. You're like, okay, that didn't work out. That fucking failed. That was a waste of time. That was not efficient. All right. You know, universe humbled my soul a little bit. I got humbled. Not really your soul, it was more your ego. Your ego was humbled. A little humbling, soulful, growing moments. But now you see it differently. And now your approach will be different. This time will be different. All right. So you're not out of time. Just going back to the beginning of the reading. Out of time. You're not out of time. You got all the time in the world. You got a different approach that's going to lead to a different outcome. Let me pull you an outcome card. Because I don't want to clarify anything else, but I feel kind of weird. We're just leaving it. Be like, bye guys. Let me just see like outcome energy. This different approach. What can Capricorn expect as the outcome with this different new approach? New and invented new approach. Inventing a new way. Fucking High Priest is coming out. What did I ask? What can you expect out of this new approach, High Priestess? That you should always trust yourself. Always trust your intuition because your intuition knew from the very beginning. You knew from the beginning. Deep down in your soul, you knew, but you were resisting it. You kept going back and forth. You kept doubting it. And what is this teaching you? To trust yourself, to trust your instincts, to trust your inner knowing. What was I asking again? Oh my God. This is the last reading for today. I can't think straight. What was I asking? Outcome. What's the outcome based off? No. Fuck. Oh my God. I'm clearly brain dead right now. Different approach. What's the outcome? Whatever. What's the fucking outcome if Capricorn approaches differently? The world? Okay. One more. King of Wands is in reverse. All right. Queen of Pentacles, Devil, Wheel of Fortune. This is making you kind of have to work through some toxic ways, right? You got some things, some flaws. You got to work through some doubts, some insecurities. Having to work through and overcome. Wheel of Fortune and also Justice underneath that. Okay, cool. So by this different approach, a cycle is completed. A lesson is learned. You've graduated to the next level. And I mean, it felt like you had to hit your head against bricks. How many fucking times? And King of Wands reverse, you could be kind of annoyed with yourself. You might feel a little annoyed, a little irritated with yourself, but don't beat yourself up. You could be feeling burnt out too. A little bit drained, a little tired. You burned yourself out. You stung yourself maybe. You're like, fuck, why did I do that to myself? Oh my God, I need to get out of my own fucking way. I self-sabotaged here. That's the outcome. I tried, y'all. This is what we got right now. This is the outcome energy, but lessons learned. You now are free from this annoying cycle. Because I can sense the world with the King of Wands reverse, that's such an annoying cycle, but the headache's over. The relief is now that's the outcome, is relief from this headache of a situation. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, I love you. I hope this helps. Good luck to whoever resonates, whoever this is for. It's going to be all right. Be kind to yourself. Love yourself through these lessons. And I will let you go. Have a beautiful day. Leave a like, subscribe. Private readings available down below. I'll see y'all later. Bye.